All right, another week in the books. This one's going to be a little bit short just because I was very much hurting after getting back from Las Vegas. Not so much because of the drinking or the eating or the staying up late, but it was really just the travel back. I didn't get home until Monday morning at about 3 a.m., which is about 5 hours past the point that I was supposed to. So anyone who's been to Vegas before knows that the travel back is always the worst, especially when you get delayed. In Philadelphia, in my case, for a long, long time, I had to get up very early the next day and catch up on work since I took a couple of days off last week in order to travel. So just feeling really, really fatigued. So took Monday off completely and ended up training Tuesday or Wednesday, and then took Thursday off, then trained Friday. And my goal was initially to do my day 4 on Saturday, but since I hadn't got a chance to see my family, it was Father's Day weekend, I went to the beach instead and just skipped it. And luckily enough for me also, it wasn't really anything major that I had to do, more of just like accessory work. So I do get that question from time to time, when would you skip a week? When would you start a week over? Especially if you're in programming, what would you do? And the way that I generally try to approach my training is, number one, I prioritize the main compound movement. So if I know I'm going to miss a day or two during the week, I take a look at my schedule for training and try to prioritize the days that I want to do. And if it's just a day where I'm doing accessory work or it's not a main competition style movement, those are usually the first ones to get cut. Now, that being said, also, if I miss multiple days or know I'll miss multiple days, I'll usually just postpone that week. So maybe I'll go in and do like some 3x3s or 5x5s of the main movements, however many days that I can train. And then what I'll do is when I get back, I'll go and jump right back into the training routine. So if I miss more than 50% of a given workout week, I know that it's probably just a waste and I'm just going to restart it. Now, that's for me on my own programming. If you're not following any specific program, you can pretty much probably do whatever you'd like. But just because, in my case, because I pay for coaching or I pay for programming, I want to get the most out of it. And I really look at it as each part of this week for the program I'm doing is part of a bigger picture, and it's important that I hit all of those aspects. So I might be delayed a little bit, but I will definitely get it in. Now, that's assuming, of course, I am somewhat far out from a competition. If a competition is right around the corner, that, of course, throws a wrench into the system, and I'm going to take that on a case-by-case basis depending on how things go. But more than likely, if I know I'm traveling really close to a competition, I probably won't go ahead and book that competition. I'll look for one that I know I have a couple of weeks around as a buffer in order to make sure that I can rest, recover, as well as get in my peaking. And that's going to be interesting because I say that, and I am looking at potentially competing at Northeast Regionals for USAPL, which is about 2 weeks before I'm in, or should I say 2 weeks after I'm in Seattle for a week. So my peak week, my heavy week will be on the road. So I haven't fully committed to that competition, but it would be nice to do a regional event because I've never done one. I'm always just a spectator, but we'll see. And the nice thing is for me, I know I'm not chasing any records or looking to do anything special, but it is nice to slap on a singlet and see everyone view it. So hopefully everyone had a good week. As mentioned, you're only seeing my first 3 days. You're also not seeing as a lot as accessory work because I didn't end up doing it, but that's the way that I approach whenever I have some time with travel or missed training. Hopefully that helps you make your own decisions. Either way, in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.